Man, I'm in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Gonna get aboard the ferry about 1:30. Oh, that's cool, Matt. Hey, Thursday Child, how you doing? Just taking it easy. Gonna read a couple of my books before I get on this ferry. Just had a sandwich at a little cafe. It's been a great trip. Hey, Andy Mae, how you doing? Lou, there's a few videos of hers, but if you look at the last video when she was with Marguerite, you'll see where I handed her an envelope with a letter. That was written by her brother, and I suggested to her brother and sister-in-law that they email me a letter. I would not read it. It's none of my business. I would print it, put it in an envelope, and I would deliver it to her. And that's what I did. And you can see her reading that letter, and the next day she went back with her father and hasn't been seen since. Yeah, she's living in a suburb and presumably doing okay. But whatever was in that letter, it worked. Hey, Mr. Train, how you doing? Yeah, Lulu got out of there. Oh, good. Oh, that's cool, anyway. Yeah, I've got just tons of video to upload, but I uploaded the interviews first, and then I'll take my time doling them out when I get home. So many of them. I'm glad I have them, though, but I don't want to, you know, the average viewer isn't into these driving videos, so I don't want to bore everybody. Hey, Bertha. Got some great driving videos. I mean, a lot, tons of them. Yeah, I think they wrote her a heartfelt letter and convinced her to leave, and she did. So it's good. Hey, Penny, how you doing? This is a nice area, Manitowoc. It's an old town. I haven't been here in about 15 years either. They've all these places that I've been are totally different than the last time I saw them. This is the ferry dock right here. Yeah, I saw rain like the second or third day into my trip for a while, and that was it. It's going to be a beautiful day to cross. It was supposed to be clear, but I'm glad we have these clouds. It's going to make for a much better video crossing the lake. It's a 4-hour trip. And I got a perfect seat here to watch the ferry when it comes from Michigan. Oh, did it get you very bad, Rachel? I like a good rain when, I'm set up for it and I don't have anything outside that I'm waiting to dry or I planted or anything like that. Hey, Miss Daisy D, how you feeling? Yeah, she's got to stay in the van. That's really no big deal. I mean, I took her for a walk. I just gave her something to eat. I'll take her out again. I took her blanket and bunched it up in the back seat. The only thing I was a little worried about is they drive your vehicle on. I said, I don't know about that with somebody getting in this van with Daisy in here. And they said, well, you can ride in the passenger seat and they'll drive it. It's like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this trip across the water. Yeah, you're right, Daniel. 4 hour tour, isn't it the truth? Gotta have my radar on. This is I'm pretty sure I should have looked this up because I've talked about it for a couple days. This is the last coal burning ship anywhere, I think. For sure, Michigan, but I think the country. They got in a bunch of trouble because of their soot dumping, which essentially is lead into the water, and they made them come up with a filtering system that they somehow were able to finance. I know they were thinking of shutting down. This ship and actually this dock is a historical landmark. So it's kind of cool. It looks like, I mean, it reminds me of the Titanic. It doesn't really look like the Titanic, but it's just a huge, giant ship that just sails in the Great Lakes and fresh water, which is kind of interesting to me, and it's been around forever. It's the SS Badger. Yeah, 2 o'clock they load like at 1:30, but I always get to I've never been late for anything in my life. I always get places real early. I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff. And I got a couple books that I bought that I'm going to just sit here and relax and go through my books and get some video of this ship coming on this side, which would be kind of cool. And then I'll board, and then they have a stateroom that you can get. I rented that the last time, but I'm not going to this time because I'll be doing a lot of recording. I want to walk around, and really looking forward to being out in the middle of Lake Michigan and getting it on film because there's really no other way to do it. 2 days ago, they canceled sailing because of gale force winds. This guy, he's gonna go too. Hey, Shonda. Yeah. This is a cute little town, Manitowoc. I love the whole state of Wisconsin. I'm telling you, you may laugh, but Green Bay is worthy of a vacation. It's just a super neat historical town. And even like Manitowoc here, you can walk right up to the freighters, touch the side of them. It's just a cool, neat, lots of things to do. Of course, if you're a Packers fan, you're ahead. But I really love Green Bay. I mean, people ask me, well, what's the favorite part of this trip? I'll tell you the favorite part of the trip is Green Bay. I even stayed an extra day. I'd take Green Bay any day over Montana or South Dakota or North Dakota, which I like. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, everyday life and a quality place to live, you can't beat Green Bay. Hey, Aircold. Hey, George. Yeah, I met 6 Mile Mary a couple days ago in Mitchell, South Dakota. And that's about it. You know what happens on these trips is I don't mind meeting people if, I don't want to say it's convenient, but that's kind of true because when you're knocking out 300, 400, 500 miles a day, by the time I check in, get something to eat, take Daisy running around, download all my photos, video for the day, then upload what I can, take a shower. We're already into like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Then I'm tired because I drove all day. So I'm going to bed at 11, getting up at 6. And, the honest answer is I don't have time. Now, if I was just going to a place and I was going to be there a week, I'd meet everybody because, I wouldn't be driving my ass off all day long, which I'm not complaining about. I like driving, but there's just no time to set up things with people when I'm taking long trips like that because, I've really had a 10-hour day of driving and the things that I just explained, and I just started all over again. That's how every day's been for this last 2 weeks. Yeah, you're talking about the guy that killed the girl that was working for Auto Trader? I see there's a series of books. Hey, Angelique. I see there's a series of books on that guy getting framed. I don't think he was framed at all. If you watch the Netflix movie, they don't tell you the whole story. And what they didn't tell you in that documentary was that they found bone fragments in that guy's burn pile of that girl. Now, if you'd have heard that, you'd have probably quit watching, which is, I'm assuming, why they never said that. But he was guilty as hell. Yeah, I got Glacier, Yellowstone, a lot of road videos, stuff like that. I got some great cloud videos today driving from Green Bay to here. Just killer looking clouds. Hey, Dean. So I only met one person, and that was 6 Mile Mary. What'd you guys think of the interviews with the Native Americans? Hi, Julie. Oh, are you, George? There's something I'll make a video on it, in the next couple days. But what happens sometimes is, as an example, when I was doing that live interview with Jamie, people donate money to the super chat, which I never set up. Google put that thing on there. If somebody said, I want to donate some money to the super chat, I'd tell them, don't do it. So what happens is there's a lot of people on that chat. It's an interesting interview. You feel sorry for her. And people are donating this money, and I don't even know who's donating it to who sometimes. So before you know it, it's a 45-minute chat. People have sent money. But what I've traditionally done in the past is I don't mix up money on trips because I have to get that money and convert it to cash, which I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world, but I've been doing it for a whole month while I was in Detroit. So in order to keep things straight, if I'm in Detroit and you send money on a chat, they're not going to get that money till the next trip down there because I don't want to mix up donations with trips. There probably is a better way to do it. I'm going to have to do that. So, I was in Detroit a month. Then I come out here for 2 weeks. And there's money that people sent in the super chat, and they want to know why their people that they designated it to aren't getting it. That's why. It's because I don't want to, I'm usually not this far out from going to Detroit again, so it's not that big of an issue. But I will admit, it's been a long time this time. But for anybody that donated anything, believe me, they're going to get their money. And I know it has been a long time, but that's just the way I've set it up from the beginning. I'm not holding it from, I'm not spending it. I just didn't give anybody their money during the super chats while I was there in Detroit. They will get it on the next trip. And I account for everything that everybody sends. So I got to come up with a better way of doing this because even converting PayPal, I'm going to get a 1099. I'm going to have to pay tax on all this money. I'm not complaining, but that's why I encourage people to donate to people directly, to their Cash App, to their PayPal, whatever. And that way I'm out of it and these kind of issues don't arise. Yeah, that's true, Julia. And that does happen, like the Pequots, let's say, in Connecticut. But these out west reservations, they don't get any money at all. And let me tell you, I didn't scratch the surface of homeless Native American alcoholics everywhere by the thousands walking around. There's no danger to them. These girls make $300 or $400 or $500 a day. Everybody knows they have income. The money they send is basically lunch money. It's nothing anybody's going to get killed or robbed over. It's never happened. Yeah, well, I mean, I like getting stuff done, you know what I mean? I don't like things hanging around. But that super chat is a pain in the ass. Another thing is I don't like dropping the bomb on people. The Google takes a 30% cut. And up until like now, I've always covered the 30% cut. Not only am I paying tax on the money that's donated, I'm making up for the 30% that Google charged. And the reason I do that is I don't want somebody's feeling, oh yeah, there's Sally or Janie or whoever it is, here's $25. I don't have the heart to tell them it's really not 25. I haven't been doing too many lives, so and I don't hear from her on the side, so I don't know how she's doing it. She got diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and I certainly wish the best for her. I got her a refrigerator magnet. Yeah, I wasn't really looking for a dog when I got Daisy. I'm glad I have her. Yeah, I'm sure stage 2 she's fine. I mean, it's a disappointment, but it's treatable. It's kind of wreak havoc on your spirits. Be thinking about it constantly. Now, Mary Enberg, a lady from out around Howell that's on the chats quite often, I've met her and her sister for lunch a couple times in Detroit. She's a breast cancer survivor and doing very well. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. What a beautiful day today. Daisy's fine. I don't know, can't tell you the truth. I don't know if there is or not. Great. Green Bay is a beautiful town. When you think of the places that don't have fresh water, and then you just look at a lake like this, and it's like, wow. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Kind of cool today, but that's fine with me. Hey, Murray, how you doing? Did you get a chance to see those books? Yeah, I don't know, Daisy. No, she's never been on a ferry. She won't know she's on a ferry. It'll be just like, when I'm out doing something and she's in the van. I got her blanket all bunched up in the back seat. I got her something to eat. I just walked her around quite a bit, so it's no big deal for her. Oh, okay, good. All right, just traveling around, Dean. Oh, okay. But you don't work, do you, Rachel? With epoxy virus? What's that, Dean? Hey, Robert, how you doing? But you're not working and you can't find time to read? No, not really. I mean, people are wearing masks, pretty much it's protocol everywhere. No, it's not that big a deal. As compared to other states, Wisconsin seems like the business owners are really strict about it, which is good. I'm waiting to see the old badger on the horizon. I'm interested to see if. Now, I'll tell you something I found out from a buddy of mine last night. So, this is a coal burning ship, and they got in a bunch of trouble for their exhaust, so they cracked down. They had to get some kind of filtration system, which allowed them to continue to sail. Well, I'm on the Wisconsin side. It goes back and forth between Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and Ludington, Michigan. And I was just talking to a buddy last night on the phone, and they have friends that have a condo in Ludington. They've really built up a nice area around the boat docks. You can see the water, the lighthouse. It's very nice. And he told me that these people own this condo there, and they spent the night there one night, and they get constant soot from the exhaust of this ship. It's on their outside patio furniture. It's on other things, which was really kind of surprising. I mean, I don't expect the system to be 100% foolproof, but I think that would really bother me if I lived there. I had to contend with that on a day-to-day basis. Now, they're ending the sailing season the 27th of this month. Usually they sail through October. Yeah, I get that all the time, Diana. Hey, Heather. Yeah, I think it will, George. Hi, Emma. How you doing? Too expensive. Too expensive. I mean, they're on a shoestring budget anyway. This thing wouldn't even be running, but there was a political influence in that they needed this ship to transport these blades for these wind turbines, or the parts for them, something connected to wind turbines, and that's kind of what helped them get over the hump. There's another similar ship on the Ludington side that doesn't work, that they use for parts. I'll show you that in the video later on. can see the water's a little dark, roughed up here in the harbor. See, it's much clearer out, further out. I would say, honestly, I'd say I did get negative comments, but I would say that I got less from any other videos that I upload. I mean, you get a couple bozos that say it's all in the mind and all you got to do is quit, and a couple of those comments, but no, not like I expected. Today I just got a tuna wrap on a spinach tortilla. No, I'm ready. I'm waiting for it, Robert. I'm waiting for it. It's going to load about 1:30, a couple hours. And then it's a 4-hour trip. I can let Daisy out here run around a little bit one more time. Hey, Jerome. How you doing? I was inside of an abandoned Menards last night. It's kind of cool. They built a new location, I guess. And that's why it's vacant. Another place had bought it in 2016. They had a lot of big plans for it, but it's still vacant. I was kind of surprised they still have power going to the building, which is weird because it's just a mess. Oh, really, Rachel? I don't really know too much about this. It's all on the, you can look it up on Google. It's a huge ship. I mean, it looks like something you'd see crossing the Atlantic in 1930. It's this old style, cool looking ship. Yeah, look it up. It's a SS Badger. No, actually, I was pleasantly surprised that people are very sympathetic, and just like I am shocked at what's going on out there. Hey, Nanny. Hello, Lori. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely thought-provoking, I'll tell you that. I mean, look, I've got other video I'll upload later where it shows like these Native Americans standing in line trying to get something to eat from this religious outfit on a Sunday in Rapid City. There's no place else to eat. I mean, I'm talking about thousands of people all over. I'm not talking about a few. I mean, I could have interviewed 1,000 people if I wanted to, be honest with you. But it was just the one thing in the back of my mind that concerned me a little, and that is that when I interview most people in different walks of life, there's a different story. An upbringing, relationships, jobs, injuries, health, whatever. And with the Native Americans, it was just one big, sad, unfortunate story. The only difference in any of them was their songs of choice, books, movies, and favorite childhood memory. But the narrative was the same, and that is, grew up on a reservation, sucks, dysfunctional, no skills, poverty, broke, an alcohol problem, got out of there for a multitude of reasons, and roamed the streets ever since. It's really remarkable. And this is like, I mean, bad. Yeah, well, welcome to my world, Mara. You'll get better at that as time goes on. I mean, you're a moderator. You can delete any comment you see. I do. I just don't want judgmental, ignorant, mean comments. Or, I just can't stand these stupid comments people make. There's a certain amount of people that are just going to go on there and say something rotten no matter what. It just happens. So try not to let it get to you. And if I see those comments, they're gone. And if you see them, you're certainly welcome to delete them. Oh, okay. Thank you, John. 12:20. Okay. Yeah, if you look at... thank you, Lorianne. If you look at some of the temperatures in those cities where these homeless Native Americans are, Rapid City, Billings, in the winter. You wonder how they make it. Yeah, that can happen, Norman. Yep, sure. Hey, Cable, how you doing? Oh, here comes the old badger right now. See it out there? Right between that V and the trees. Just a ton of smoke coming out of the top of it, too. See it out there in the horizon? You see those stickers in my window right there? Right above the top of the top orange sticker. See it out there? No, I'm in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Oh, good, Cable. Thank you. You know, I don't know on that, D-Dub. What is that, a boat? Oh, wow. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I should be home tonight. I mean, I got 140 miles to drive after I get on Michigan, but that's nothing. It's all rural. I may get a hotel. I'm just kind of burned out, to be honest with you. You know, when you drive this many miles and knock out this kind of mileage on a day-to-day basis, at least to me, I'm not like, even though I sleep all night, you know, I'm not like rested like I would be if I was home. So I'll have to see how I feel when I get there. I'll probably go home. Hey, Shirley. Yeah, very nice people, Heather. Yeah. 4 hours, it cost me $152 for the van and me. If I wasn't going to be doing a lot of videotape, I keep saying videotape, I'm dating myself. I would have got the stateroom. It's $50. It's really super cool. I've got it before. You just sit there and relax, and the water's about 2 feet under a screen. So cool. But, you know, you're limited on what you can see, and I want to make sure I get some good video on this thing. It's not going to be around forever. But you see it out there in the horizon? Yeah, 4 hours, yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Rachel, it's a hobby, you know. I mean, I've been this way since a kid. When I was a teenager, I was driving 500 miles and spending the night in a tent someplace, up in Canada usually. So I'm glad that, I mean, I'm really grateful that YouTube's around and people that otherwise maybe wouldn't get to see these things get to watch them. That's great. I mean, that wasn't my thinking when I started a YouTube channel, but it's nice that people can see this out there like that. What's interesting to me about YouTube, like the working girls in Detroit and with the Native Americans out west, is, you know, everybody knows about this anyway. And you hear about it. And then when, you know, some guy like me is just out there dinking around, upload some conversations, it seems to connect the dots with being more real than it is by just vaguely hearing about it through the media. And people want to help them. And I just can't figure out why there isn't a better mechanism for people to help them and know their situation without having to watch a YouTube video. Oh, really, D-Dub? Did they die? That Whippets is a big deal in Detroit. Yeah, this boat looks so cool. So I've got hours of battery power and 3 SD cards, so I'm not going to run short of getting some good video. Oh, okay, D-Dub. Wow. No, you're right, George, about that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I've got tons of photos I've taken of abandoned churches, really cool places. Lots of video. But I know that people, yeah, I did this about 15 years ago, yep. But I know that people, I don't like, I mean, it's pretty obvious what people are interested in, and I don't like hold back anything. I think those are all the interviews that I have. I'm pretty sure. I think that's all of them, and that's why I uploaded them, because I know people are interested in watching them. This other stuff, it's interesting to me as well, but it doesn't garner the interest that interviews do. Yeah, this ship, you're going to really like this ship when you see it. See it out there on the right? Yeah, it's a good idea. But it still puts out a pretty healthy exhaust, which I'm kind of surprised about. It looks like a toy boat to me. It's crazy. All right, Lori, have a good day. Thank you, Lori. You know, I don't know, George. Probably about 10 knots or something like that. Bye, Murray. Yeah, sure, Manny. I hope they have a refrigerator magnet of the Badger. Uh, I'm not sure how that is. Mine's 152 bucks with the vehicle and my fee. Oh, 18 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you're right, air cooled. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah, 4 hour crossing. Yep. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of videoing. Oh, thank you, Ted. You see anything you want, Ted, let me know. I'll get it for you. Appreciate you helping me out in my directions. Yeah, do it, Armin. All right, Dean, thanks. Take care. Have a good day. She's sleeping on the back seat. I agree, D-Dum. Yep. See all the people out in the bow? Isn't that cool, brother? How you doing? And he's gonna back it in on top of it. Hey, Faye. This thing is jammed with people. Yeah, I'd say it's about 57 here. Yep. But the sun's out, so it's nice. It's going to be a great time for crossing. It's pretty cool how he's backing it in. See all that smoke coming out of the stack? I hate to keep bringing that up, but that's one of the big criticisms. Yeah, isn't that D? Isn't that the truth? I mean, I was thinking of that last night going to sleep. You know, you think it's just like man can like make something like this all out of metal, and they're talking on radios, and it's climate controlled. Not only can you get a ride across this lake, which would be impossible unless you own your own 50-foot boat, you get to take your vehicle and have a good time along the way. It's crazy technology. Now he's backing it up. Isn't that cool, Faye? Yeah, it's huge. Like I said earlier, it looks like a toy boat. I mean, you expect something like this in the ocean, but freshwater, that kind of puts a cherry on the top for me. It's crazy. No, I think that too, George. I think that all the time. You think you're on a jet airplane, you know, it's possible to have 650 knot ground speeds coming from the west to the east in the winter. Sitting out there watching your favorite movie, drinking a beer, falling asleep. 40,000 feet. Oh, there are semi-trucks on here. A guy asked me that the other day. Backing it right up to the dock. Isn't that cool? You know what else is cool is they let people actually stand around here and watch and enjoy this. It was like this way in this whole trip. The Corn Palace, Green Bay, walking around the stadium. It's just so nice to have trust by people. Beautiful day. It's perfect temperature out. I mean, I think it is. Yeah, it's fun watching. I agree. Yeah. Faye, you need to take this. This thing's not going to be around forever. I mean, it seems expensive, but it saves you a lot of driving. There's really nothing remarkable about the bottom of the UP if you're going over to visit Mari. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. Glad you liked it. No, I didn't. I don't think you could go inside. I did in the Corn Palace, but and the reason I don't think you could go inside is because there were so many people outside walking. I'm sure that wasn't allowed. Yeah, these weighted arms, I'm not exactly sure what the deal is on those. To me, I guess that's maybe where I'm not sure. That's what I gotta get, Daisy. I need to get one of those little comfort pet things or something so I can take Daisy with me. I definitely am nuts and crazy as hell, so I ought to qualify. I'm going to be leaving from Manitowoc to Ludington, Michigan. One way. I should be able to get one hell of a cell phone signal out there. How you doing, Diane? Yeah, 4 hours, yep. Right on. I bet they don't. I bet people have tried to fish, though. The sky's beautiful out today. Oh, glad you like it, Jackson. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut this off and I'm going to charge my battery. That way I'll have a ton of battery power. You're not going to see anything more other than what you've seen now. You won't miss anything. And I'll fire it back up as we're leaving port. It leaves at 2 o'clock. So you got plenty of time. And I'll have a full charge on my phone and be ready to go. So I appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, I don't know what time it is where you're at now, but I'll be at 2 o'clock Central Time. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time is when this thing's leaving. I'll get you some good video. So thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll see you in a little bit.